Intruder alert! Intruder alert!
Hey, you guys!
It's stressing, it's depressing, and just plain pressing me past my limits. Pictures and drafts, and so much trash. There's one thing I got to do. I'm fracking the whore, fracking the whore. Listing more crap in my eBay store. Cause I'm fracking the whore, fracking the whore. From the death piling off floor.
I'm gonna do robot voice all day. Is that okay? I'm an either have to be.
Not really. All right, resellers unite!
Aloha, everyone.
Aloha! Insane song from Ryan. Thank you, Ryan, for that. Why's my noises all over here? We almost did the whole opening right today. Here, pat me on the back first.
Well done. Well done.
And I'll do the same for you.
Oh,
Because we're family and we're married.
you're so sweet.
Aloha, everybody. Welcome to Wednesday. It is the day of humping. No? Is that right? It's something to do with hump. I don't know. Hump. What's a hump? So, as you can see,
Josh.
Josh is on his way out. He is going to take over a small portion of the business world just this afternoon. So we're following along, Josh. I do wish you would wear a body cam throughout your current adventures, especially when you go to California, or possibly one of those helmets, the fire engine helmet with the light on top, like the chief helmet with the light on it. And you put a camera on you, people will just be like, whatever. That's just a helmet. They'll never know you had a camera in it. So something's wrong with the audio still, but it's not that bad. It just sounds like someone's in my head skateboarding.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't have headphones anymore, so I can't tell you.
And you probably like that, don't you?
Sort of. It is a little weird, though.
Hold on. Did I turn it up? Okay, there we go. Now I can hear myself in my own head. Much better. Or worse, depending on who you are. So, let's start at the very beginning and talk. Let's start at the very beginning. It's a very good place to start. So, Biff is on his way to Chez Panisse in Berkeley, California, and they serve you like flowers and dandelions and stuff there.
Huh?
And well, let me just tell you exactly what they have for a cafe. That's the restaurant menu. Sample cafe menu. Wood oven roasted cauliflower and marinated beets with turmeric, lime, and cilantro yogurt. Yes, thank you.
$19.
Here's a petite aioli with spring vegetables. That's a tiny aioli. It's a small one. Not a big one. A small one.
$20.
$20, California. A wild rocker and fennel salad with blood oranges, toasted hazelnuts, and sherry vinaigrette. Yes, thank you.
Just $19, and it's all yours.
$19.95. Anything like super weird? No, because you have some goat cheese, butter bean with wild nettle soup. That sounds weird. I don't see any fiddleheads in here. I wonder what's up with no fiddleheads. And then, like their real food, the halibut chicken. So hungry now. Sweetie, can we pause for a moment? I think Beard King Picker's going to be here in a second. We're going to have lunch. A couple peanut butter jelly sandwiches. Pokey. Primo. No, how's PB&J go? It's our real names.
Real names.
Gotcha. Pokey. B is you, Bridget, and I am James. Thank you very much.
PB&J, that's who we are.
So, I was going to start reading stuff, but then I realized there's something more important. But let's just do a couple. Get in here. To get into
Axe Monkey, aloha, Derek W. Pat, Pico, hey, hey, hey.
Kelly Debs, aloha
hello,
to
friend.
you. Oh, you already
Done
said pick
decor,
up. Done
baby. Let's cook some suppers.
Yeah, that's right. Let's cook some
Joey, aloha.
suppers.
Cool thumbnail.
Yeah,
Funny
that's
how
right.
Spam and Pokey resemble, but nothing like Primo. Oh, never mind. I see that.
Yeah, there's a hat. The other hat.
Yeah,
It's how I feel like I look inside, though. I have a metal head.
it's weird because we ran a couple of options through AI, and the first one was Terminator, and then the second one was vintage 1950s sci-fi movie robots, and it still kept him like as a Terminator, so it was weird, but
It must know something.
Ryan!
It must know something. Aloha
Our
to
tiki friend,
Ryan.
aloha!
Oh, look at this.
Hey,
Our friend
Mike.
Mike Camparelli's in the house.
Primo
So-
Spam, make sure to get here early. Welcome, aloha! Thanks for coming in.
Welcome to the show. And we're going to talk about the first thing we're going to talk about. James is here to
It
say
is
how
I,
beautiful we are.
James.
You're beautiful. It's true. And I wanted to, yeah. Okay, let me just see. Wait, I had to Josh again because we have this button for Josh. I mean, like we don't use the button. What's the point?
It is I, Jay. What's going on, fellow humans and resellers?
Okay, so check this out. I'm going to open up on Friday last week.
Oh,
We received a package, but we didn't know it because the UPS came late. And we didn't ship out anything over the weekend because I don't do anything until I have to, which would be, if the mail comes at 10 o'clock in the morning, I'm up here right here in the morning shipping. Well, I mean, usually I get up around 5 to start shipping, but I actually don't ship until she gets up and picks the items. I just sit here watching her with a clipboard.
and we didn't check our mail bin on Monday because,
was
there's
a
no
holiday.
mail.
So yesterday when we went to go put stuff in the bin, there was a magical package. Did you take off the thing?
Yeah.
So I can't dox my own self?
Yeah.
Good job, sweetie. You are. I'm also covering your head. You see that?
That is fun.
So this is a gift. We don't know what it is yet, but what could it be in this long box like this from somebody?
So it was
Well, I didn't
delivered
see the name.
UPS. So
Well, you didn't give me the no. I can't look at the name. I'll open it. I was gonna vamp on that did bit sports guy, right? Was that his name? But now I don't know. Do you know it? You didn't set me up. Demerits. So I'm using the most archaic thing to open this
why
package.
wouldn't you just here?
No, because my knife is way far away.
Right
I'm
here?
gonna use this tiny hook. Which doesn't work at all.
Sing to me, Primo, like says WTF.
Sing
WTF
me
got a
to
sale.
sleep.
Lag got a sale.
Sing me to sleep. I'm tired. I will sing to you. I only sing Morrissey songs.
Jovial, yes. I saw your email. I thought that is what you were going to say.
Okay, paperwork.
Because I thought so too.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna pull that down. Thank you for sharing your fun, educational, and positive energy with the reselling community. It's very much appreciated. Thank you so much.
Aw.
Please accept the enclosed item as a token of gratitude for you all. Feel free to use it if there are any putt-putt courses in your town. Video idea. Hang it on the wall and admire it. Or bundle it with some other Apple goodies from your vault and get max profit so it pays for an extra fun trip to Costco. That's awesome. Wait, read the rest.
Oh, it could be wrong, but in my opinion, it's about $150 to $200 item. However, if you ultimately leverage your nerd cred with the right audience, the Primo bump could potentially yield way more.
Okay, wait, I can't get it out fast enough.
Always DYOR. What's that? But to the best of my knowledge,
Do
this
your
was.
own research.
Oh, thank you. But to the best of my knowledge, this was made by a vendor called the Detroit Putter Company, and the company used that logo from 77 and 98. Give Pokey a pat on the head for me and keep on rocking.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's right. That's
What
so
an-
awesome.
First of all, what a great packaging
Thank
job.
you so much.
Second of all,
very thoughtful.
I'm only halfway through the packaging, Chuck. Hold on a second. I'm so excited. I love presents. I very love presents. I mean, I took off my birthday. It's like a month long.
He is a big kid if you didn't realize that or recognize that.
I stopped. My brain stopped. My body. Whoa, hello.
What's going on?
It hit
Here,
the
why don't you
buttons.
get rid of the bubble?
Sweetheart, I have too many things to do now. Just asking me for another thing's asking for disaster. And I gotta be careful. I don't want to add any marks or anything bad, and I need to get to it
just
quickly.
pause. Get
because
rid
it's
of the
it's
bubble.
just shiny. I gotta
So
get to it
people
quick.
can see.
Can you just relax and let me? I can't. What about people who have to golf really fast? Do you ever think of that? What if people have to golf?
That's a perfect box. I like that.
You know, I think. I mean, look at that. I think he redid that, or if not, it's like
It looks really nice.
mint condition. I think he had it. I just dropped my knife. Now I have to break through the bubbles. Holy cow! Look at this. Does this make me have to
That
go
looks-
outside? Look at this, baby.
Wow, it's so sparkly.
I'm trying to get so you can see that.
Look
it
at
says-
that. Where are you gonna put that?
Just let me just try to focus first. You're always jumping ahead. Can you see? Can anybody actually see that? It's Apple computers. If you were wondering what it says in there, it's a
Isn't that so sweet?
like a promo Apple computer putter, and it's like in perfect condition. Look how shiny that is. Look, you can
That
see
really
us
is.
on the TV in the reflection on the putter. That's how shiny it is. So I'd like to take a second. You threw away his name, so we can't be sure what his name is. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Do you see it?
What?
It's the guy's name. I need to make sure that it is right.
I don't know.
Why are you poking me in the back?
Because you're making such a big deal about
You
it.
gotta
I'm
tell-
very sorry,
It's
Dip
that
Dip
dip.
Golf
Where's
Guy.
go get the label?
It wasn't on there. It just said the Dip Dip Golf Guy.
That's what I wanted to know.
Okay.
You're a very difficult person. It started out really. You were batting 1,000, and then now we're down into the negative number.
I'm not worried about that. Trust me.
Nothing. I can't. I can never win.
What is your name? I'm really sorry.
We don't know
Right,
his real
he's
name.
here.
Well, okay, so let's have his name then.
Candy-O!
Candy O is here as well. Oh wait.
Mom, Dad, stop fighting.
I have a Cylon Raider for that now.
Land Shark, aloha.
I'm so sweaty. Do you see that? It's like actually warm today.
It is. Yeah, we're actually having some seasonal temperatures.
It's that dib dit. See, this is why you need to make sure you give me all the accurate information, because if somebody goes and uses the typewriter and puts dib dit, did bit.
What are you trying to do?
Okay,
It's Matt.
DID.
Thank you, Matt.
Thank you,
now
Matt.
I gotta add you. I'm adding you to my list.
Wait, I can't stop!
No.
I
Okay.
know you have told us before. And
Thank you,
I
Matt.
apologize.
Thank you so much. It's a very kind gift and very thoughtful, and I super duper appreciate it. And that will go in a prized cherished spot. I can't promise forever, because someday we're gonna have to sell all this stuff. But I really like it, and it's super cool. So thank you very much. And it's dib. It's the opposite of what you think it should be. So it's dib. You have first dibs, and then you have a bit of another one.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to figure out how to spell didbit.
It's like the other guys, right? Dib dit.
Boy, you're not helping today. You're off on your own journey. That's okay. You're on a hero's journey during the show, but makes it harder. Hold on. Now I'm looking up didbit, and he has a on didbit. I'm gonna guess he does live shows on didbit. So, well, My production assistant here has.
No, do not blame me.
We have no times or when he comes on or anything.
He's also, I think, the sports shop.
You're welcome. Do we get the note? Yes, we did. And we just read the note, but not the part of it.
Not the whole thing.
Yeah. So we will check into
Yes,
the
it was a
lower part.
very sweet note. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And here's my mom, too, here to enjoy the receiving of the present. I just want to make sure that by the end of the show, you make sure to give him to look up his actual link to his actual channel so we can give him an actual plug. Thank you. Hold on. I need to get back to it.
I need to get back to
I
silent
had
reader.
it.
You
I
are
looked at
12
it
demerits.
earlier.
12 demerits. Thank you.
For TP, aloha.
Hi, aloha.
We haven't seen you in a
That
while.
dibbit
We authentically annoy each other 24/7, pretty much. Except
yes,
sleeping.
all the time.
But what are you gonna do? 32 years in, you've developed all these routines to make the annoyance not. It lasts as long as the words are coming out, and then it's like, oh, okay. You didn't even fill up my coffee for the show.
You have two perfectly good legs, perfectly good arms. And
Sweetheart,
hands.
this leg has metal in it. It's probably a little bit better now, right? Since I broke it.
Matt,
It's a metal leg. That's right.
I swear to you, I was looking you. I found you on Whatnot earlier. Why am I not getting you now? What are you? What is your seller name on Whatnot?
I think it's not Whatnot. It's that Didbit golf guy. He sells on Didbit.
Oh,
He's
gosh
so
dang
annoying.
it! That's why. Son of a biscuit.
Why do you think I was trying to figure out how to spell Didbit so many times?
The brain is.
Look at my
that
brain right now.
dib-
Look at my head.
I thought he was on Whatnot too.
My glasses have to be this far up because there's like steam. I'm steamy.
Yes. So anyhow, he is the golf shop
Thank you.
on Dibdit. He's at. You can also search for people. He's at that Dibdit golf guy. So either the golf shop or
Do you sell
at
on
that Dibdit golf guy. I'm sorry, I thought you were on Whatnot as well.
It's very unprofessional over here. WTF.
Oh, Dibdit.
There's WTF right there.
And he says
Brands that
Dibdit
have-
Sports on District. Okay.
Brands that have to be explained and spelled out are usually, well, no, that's not true. This is
Poor TP, you're so sweet. Wait, what?
No, WTF is mad at you that we had to explain because you didn't have it right.
No, it's me. It was all me.
It's all her. I'm gonna put this. Hold on, now I gotta put it down on the little permanent record piece.
Oh
Okay,
no, that
on.
list
Let me
is
pull
so
out
long.
It's like
How will you
it's like
ever
go
get-
gadget clipboard. Okay, put this down on here. Dot.
Anyhow, Matt,
Thank you so
so
much.
sweet of you. I'm already like really putting it. We'll have to like go right there. Maybe need a skateboard, something.
I'm going back
And
up. just-
Candy O, your gifts are always so thoughtful and generous, and there's no winning more or anything. Any
Who's
gifts
winning?
we get are
We're
just sweet and thoughtful.
We're
We
the big
appreciate
winners
it.
here, Toots.
We are.
Josh left because he's doing stuff. It's something to do with the rocket ship to the center of the earth. I don't know what he's working on exactly. I do know that WTF is here. I do know Carla is here. I do know that fire helmet is a great idea. People will take me seriously because I look like the Chief. That's what I'm saying. It's it makes you, it commands respect, does it not? The fire helmet with the siren on top, with the light on top. Lag is just like shoveling the gold coins into his giant swimming pool. That's when I was singing some Morrissey back then. No one will ever know. Didbit. We're past.
Mike G was
Mike G is here.
good afternoon, sellers. Please take the time to report your buyers that scam. I'm currently dealing with one, and the rep states they need to see a pattern of them getting reported. We really do need to do that.
I do.
It is so important.
I report buyer if I have anything. If I can report a buyer for anything, because so when you report a buyer, it's not for they didn't pay, because that's handled with the other system of not paying and relisting automatically.
Right, they'll get it. eBay recognizes that.
Yes. So if a buyer is a dill, then you there are multiple things that you can report, but not everything. So that if they're you know, I don't have it right here. I could go look. I'm gonna try to report a buyer right now.
And on that note,
because that's a good point. It's a very super good point.
We also need to report, sellers that are awful. Like I was just reading in one of my groups.
I'm reporting all buyers right now. All my buyers are bad because
I was just reading in one of my groups.
Come home and give me a back rub.
An eBay user who sells and buys from eBay bought a phone, and they decided it wasn't what they wanted or needed. And so they sent it back to the seller, and the seller provided the shipping label, and the seller messaged this buyer and said, okay, since we received the phone back and you used our shipping label, please close out the return request. And they had yet to refund the buyer. And so the buyer is like, this is weird. Like, I shouldn't be closing this out, right? And everyone's like, no. You need to get your refund first. Otherwise, once you close it, they technically don't need to refund you anymore. And they're like, scam. These people are scamming you. Report them.
Oh, yeah, sure. Report them. Yeah. So what you can report for is the buyer demanded something that wasn't on the original listing. The buyer requested, which now subcategory of that is the buyer requested a change in payment method or asked to delay the payment, which I have actually done that, and I did not with the it was several years ago, or it was last year, with some tap handles.
Oh.
And the tap handles were
that was with shipping.
Yeah.
This says payment.
Or delayed the payment. Oh wait. All right. But somehow I used something to report, or did I not put anything in?
No, you had a sale, and the person was going out of town, and they were like,
they paid for it though.
They paid for it, and they just said, I am heading out of town. Can you please wait until I get back to ship them? And
I never got a negative thing on that. Like I never got a late shipping rate thing on that. But I had to do something. I had to report him or do something. I can't remember.
No, you didn't report him. You just said, okay, well, as long as we have this conversation, if I get a late shipment ding, I will.
Maybe I just had to fight the late shipment.
Yeah, you did.
And it went through.
And because you had the message from him.
So never mind that. That has nothing to do with this. But that is one of the things is to delay payment or change payment method. The buyer requested additional items or services not included in the original listing. The buyer requested a partial refund or discount. The buyer requested to take the sale off eBay. A buyer requested a shipping service I don't offer, or requested to ship to a different address than what they provided at checkout. Those are the only things you can report a buyer about. So being an aid hole or something, you can't report that. So then it becomes an issue of just blocking somebody.
Well, and I have to say that.
But you should report every single
open?
person that you can report those things on. You should report them.
Yeah, but if somebody emails you and says, I'm so sorry, which we got, somebody said, I'm so sorry, my old address is still in eBay. Can you please, ship it to this address? And before we even had time to respond, the customer canceled the order.
Look at the quality.
Clearly had then gone and changed their address and then repurchased the item from us. So they ended up handling it on their behalf.
Look at the shaft.
And that one reason where it says,
look at my shaft, Bridget.
Can you stop it?
What's wrong?
It's
nice. That's all I'm saying.
It is a very, very nice golf club.
Yes, it is.
I agree. It's in great condition.
It's very nice.
I don't know anything about golf.
We're gonna go find out. We're going out right now. We can go to any putt golf.
But it looks
You know
pretty.
what they don't have in Vermont? You're not gonna believe this. They don't have miniature golf. Across the lake in Lake
No,
George.
there's one in Essex.
It's not real. It's garbage. It's like
Huh.
it's like somebody took Play-Doh and made like some little bumps and put some fake carpet on. It's terrible. But it's not real. That's what I'm saying. It's not real, people.
When did you go?
Don't come here for mini golf. I just looked at it from the road. It was bad. I've seen lots of
Okay.
mini golfs. It does not compare. It's not even close. Not even a close.
Oh, well, I just wanted to.
Because you can go over to Lake George, which is about a 2-hour
It is
drive.
the kitschest
And it's like
town in the
1950s
world.
on
It is awesome.
steroids. Yes, it is awesome.
But back to the reporting a buyer the reasons you can, and the one
Was
that
Quirky
says
Picker here? Did I not?
yes, Quirky Picker's here. The buyer request.
Is Paul here?
I don't think so.
Oh, we can't do Paul.
Paul has appointments on Wednesdays. The buyer requested.
Mom, Dad, not like this.
The
Not
buyer
like
requested a
this.
partial refund or discount, and that explains why I see so many times people say, again, on the boards that I'm on, and people will post screenshots of how buyers would be like, how do we fix this? How do we rectify this? I'm always like, these are some experienced buyers if they know they're not supposed to specifically say,
Here's what I'm gonna say about
give me
that,
a
though.
partial refund.
I'm gonna say this to Matt. I'm gonna say it to you.
Huh.
How do you know these buyers haven't just gotten crappy Tampax boxes in the mail? Gotten poor service before, so they're ready for you. They're not ready to give up. So I'm just saying that it's just as possibly that this is a annoyed, experienced buyer who's not going to put up with crap, as it is somebody trying to scam you. Right, Pokes? You agree with me? That's right. Where are you going?
Attack! He heard Isla.
Okay, the dog's gotta go. The dog's gotta go. You can't. You gotta let the dog out of the bag. You can go back. Are you gonna take that putter with you?
He's
There you
like,
go.
gotta take care of business.
Whew, it is hot. What? He's still taking care of business. I'll shut him out.
But also, when it's like the buyer requested a shipping service that I don't offer, what if they want it to be priority and you only offer ground? They can get in trouble for that. I mean, I
Well,
get.
I'm gonna bust him. I'm gonna take him down. What do you call the thing? Frisk him. I'm gonna frisk him.
I'm guessing maybe like prior to purchase, they could be like, "Hey, any chance you could send this priority?" And
There's
then
Chad.
the seller could adjust
I
it.
just did it again. Just for Chad. Yes, okay, we're just jumping ahead here. We're trying to get, I think there's a
Your mom, love you, Nance.
brands that have complained and oh wait, that was the one.
Oh yeah, I know. When I think of like what I want to name my Etsy store, I go, wait a sec. I don't know if I want to do a play on words because people will.
What's up, dude?
Yeah, that's awesome. People will misspell it.
So remember, Did Bit Sports on District.
Right, he's in there, did it sports, and then he's the.
So it's one of the like 14,000
Categories.
specialized categories of Dibbed It.
Because Dibbed It ended up
So Dibby. Dibbed It.
niching out their
Dibbed It.
umbrella.
Seller Terminator. Okay, let's get to the point
Oh yeah.
of
Wait,
today's
our son
conversation.
needs to come in.
Don't pretend to get up. You know how much trouble that would be? And all you have to do is open the door. He was so
Hey,
warm.
honey
He went against my
buns.
leg and he was all warm.
Oh gosh, he is being a little black-haired
He
doggy.
turns into just like a little pancake,
He melts.
a little frosted
He's
McNugget.
melting.
So where's the words from today's thing?
Oh,
Thanks.
yeah, you're welcome.
I mean, it's not here.
It's right here.
We'll see how long it takes.
So, how do you want
It's
to
a lot
like
of-
preface this?
Just give it to me, nerd. What is all this crap?
Let me show you. So right here.
So, by the way, she calls ChatGPT Chat now. She's just like on a first name basis. She's like, I was talking to Chat today.
ChatGPT
I'm not sure
and I are best friends.
I'm not sure my mom's not dating ChatGPT now. I have no idea, but it's so good, and The best recommendation I can always say about using ChatGPT or any of the likely things, Groks or whatever, is if it's super important, make sure to enter the exact same question like 7 times.
And you'll get slightly variation.
And then
variation.
you'll start to see like what the parts overlap that are good.
Yeah, and you're like, okay, if that's overlapped in this many times, then that is the true part of this.
Especially like if it's for health or legal or anything.
So anyhow, I was just thinking as lying in bed this morning, I was like, wow, with all this AI and automation and production and everything, like what's going to happen in the future with jobs for people? Like, what are people going to do?
And I told you, what did I say?
So I went to Chat GPT.
No, but I wanna say what I thought.
I don't remember what you said. I don't ever remember what you said.
You don't. But what I think about AI is going to change the landscape as blue collar jobs were disrupted by automation. White collar jobs are going to be disrupted by AI. So, and that includes, I don't know what color collars do artists wear? I don't know what color they wear, but they're like, they wear artist
Creatives.
colors. They're like wear like red, blue, and yellow.
But right.
Primary color. I don't know what color collars they have, but that's who it's going to disrupt. You know who it's going to help? I've thought this for a while, and your thing was very interesting, and it only solidified my opinion that we're the ones.
Wait, let me continue
Yeah,
you
go.
So that
you go.
So Chat.
Can I get some coffee?
So Chat then says,
Chat.
"Would you like me to help?"
So
you?
Chat says.
So Chat says, help you how you can future proof your future.
That was your question.
No, it said this. How would you like me to give you suggestions how to future proof your future? And I was like, yeah, sure. I'm a reseller of vintage items currently selling on eBay. What does the future look like for me?
eBay is kind of a new website.
I wanted to specifically say eBay,
Yeah.
because I thought maybe it could incorporate that in its
What did it
response.
say?
So it said, well, that's a great niche to be in, especially in a world where automation is taking over mass production. Here's what the future could look like for you as a vintage reseller and how you can future-proof and even grow your role. It says, the future of vintage reselling, the outlook and strategy, why you're in a good spot, authenticity and scarcity. AI can generate art and ideas, but it can't replicate the originality.
Dig up the crap.
The originality
in our buildings.
The wear and the history and nostalgia of
stories
of true vintage. And then, of course, the eco-conscious consumer trends.
Yeah, it's good, though.
Right.
We're saving stuff from the garbage, and we're not making new stuff in the faraway places.
Cultural cycles, the trends from the past keep coming back,
That's right.
yada, yada, yada.
Cyclical.
So then it says, so this is really interesting. And this is along with what Josh is always pushing us all to do.
It's possibly interesting.
How to future-proof and expand your business.
Mm-hmm.
And it says brand over listings. Build a recognizable brand identity.
What? What's a brand? You mean
beyond eBay, it
like
says.
Primo, Kimo?
Think of Instagram, TikTok, our personal website storefront.
I don't like to think of TikTok, though.
It says focus on a niche, like it was saying, vintage band t-shirts, 80s tech or mid-century decor, and
Chiclets of wisdom, people.
Become the go-to expert for it.
Did Josh write this chat GPT?
Seriously.
Oh my goodness.
I think Chat GPT has been watching Josh's videos. Content creation as marketing. Post videos or reels about your finds.
Enough.
Anyhow.
But check this out. Guess who wins? Guess who doesn't win? Phoenix. Pegasus Lounge. I know he's one of those horses. Pegasus Lounge is now in a position, and people relying on a what do you call that when you get the stuff from China? The loop.
The poop loop.
Excuse me. No, the actual loop of supply
and
chain.
demand. Oh, supply chain.
Supply chain. So what's very interesting that if something were to get serious, which quite frankly I don't expect anything to get serious, but disruptions to persist and thing, what's going to happen in the future for business is always just going to be what's going to happen in the future. Something's going to happen. What is it? I don't know. We're going to pivot. We're going to change. Whatever happens, happens. However, the people who are going to be in better shape here are the Jameses, are the Joshes, are the Us's, the people who have a giant pile of crap. And it might be a short period of time in which we inherit the earth and take over because we have so much crap. But it is, if you're thinking about how easy it is going to be in the future to list things or to, I'm trying to look at where the actual benefits are to, we're going to get tools that help us do more things better.
Let me add.
But big companies are not necessarily, they're just going to shrink their workforce. So that's kind of bad. But we don't have to hire anybody else, which is also bad. But we don't have to, we're in good shape, right? So then we have like 7 computers and all of our systems are here and we're commanding them from here and we don't rely on a lot of other different people. Now, this is the part that I think is interesting. Those who are entrepreneurial, those who are willing to do the work, now there's going to be more entrepreneurs requiring less resources that can do more things on their own. So technically, shouldn't there be more better products? There should be a tons more products, tons more better products, more competition, lower prices. We all win. Where's my Ferrari?
Well,
and my house in Hawaii. Thank you.
So Pico may be commenting, but Pico has been saying how he has been working with programmer to generate AI to respond to essentially sort of do like his customer service part.
That's neat, yeah.
And that it's working out really well. He said that on Josh's show prior to ours, that it's been doing an excellent job with keeping his customers in the loop of the shipping status of the items. And so this conversation I had with my new best friend called Chat, it did say that one of the other things to do
I call him Che.
is AI tools as assistants and not replacements, and use AI to boost efficiency, auto-generate eBay descriptions, titles, and SEO words, analyze pricing trends or market gaps, batch edit and upscale item images and iTools. And then it says, would you like me? It says, would you like help with branding ideas? AI tools for your listings are ways to grow on the platform like TikTok. And I said, yeah, AI tools for listings. And it's like, great move. So it was patting me on the back. I don't need you anymore.
Thank you.
AI can save you tons of time and help your listings perform better. And then anyhow,
So
I sort of stopped there.
I don't need to talk to you so much. Like half the time.
You're still going to talk to me all the time.
I don't want to answer any questions.
All the
Just
time.
don't make me answer questions. I'll talk to you all the time, but just I don't want to answer your questions.
Yeah, I have my chat friend.
Like, how does this thing work? How do you use a hand? I don't know. Ask Chat. That Did Bit Golf Guy has a show on Tuesday night at 7 over on Dibdit, and would appreciate anybody in the chat or us, but anybody else joining him. And he sells golf clubs, if you didn't know that. Would you like to see my club and my shaft again?
And knows how to do it right. That's for sure.
Well, what I really am super impressed with is that, I mean, he obviously polishes and cleans, and
I'm guessing
he rebuilt these because it's just too nice to, it looks unused. I mean, it has to be used, right? But if you really, really look at this, I can't really see any use.
I wonder if he does have
marks.
polishing tools.
You must have polishing tools, right? Because that's part of the game.
Well, 4TP was saying
The golf game.
I wanted to sell on dip, but it was simply a sea of other resale sellers happy to take the things you are too lazy to list.
And right now, and then it's still very unclear what will become of these two platforms, Whatnot and Dibdit, as they mature. And will they end up getting more? I'm really, I do have some stuff to sell that I think is cheap enough, and I don't want it. I want to, liquidate it. So, but it's still cool stuff. I don't think we have like super junk. A lot of power cords.
We have some super junk.
Do you think we can sell power cords for like 25 cents a piece? Because we do have a lot of those. It's true story. But I am curious what happens in the next chapter.
And how stupid we are. His name is right on his note.
Well, you were
I'm
confusing
sorry,
us. You
Matt.
didn't prepare. We were all akimbo in our brains.
Could you
Our
get the
brains were
chat
akimbo.
to the chat so we can read them?
We had Kimbo brains.
I always have that.
It's true. Where do we send the gifts? Lag. To be honest with you, I'm not sure how you got our address. So, Lag, you should just know that. Just look in your little black book of everyone's addresses. In the
You
world.
buy something from us, and then you'll see our address.
District as a platform likely has more issues of staying alive than indie sellers getting canned. I'm not sure what you guys are talking about. I guess there's some sort of
Then independent.
things going on over there. Or something.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't know what that means, and it doesn't mean anything because it was just something I wanted to say the other day. Is 26 years selling on eBay. That's who's got two thumbs and selling on eBay for 26 years. Not consistently. Not consistently or not all the time, but had some really good years and then did some other things and then came back. And now at 55, 56 this year, I mean, it's really our main gig, mostly because you came too. It's two people doing it. And the way I see it is this is kind of like, this is it. I mean, we could do other things, but I mean, this is like one of our main gigs till we're dead, unless they mess it up for us.
And then there will be like you pick up side things, and then I'll help if it seems logical for me to help on the side things. But
yeah. But also the fact that for some, I mean, longevity in this business is interesting.
Nudes always speaks truth. Nudes has a lot of knowledge. It can be a little confusing. And sometimes I have to read the things over and over for it to sink in. But yes.
Aloha, Jen!
Hey, Jen. And she's saying that eBay is so slow lately.
Dude, I got to tell you, we're kind of killing it. I mean, we sold 34 items, I mean, if you counted each magazine individually where we sold some lots of 10, we sold over 100 items this weekend. So can you just do me a little bit? I don't know why. Nothing is on sale.
We had this one customer
Nothing is on sale.
Purchased from us and then came back 2 separate times, additional times, to buy more.
And guess where he was? China.
Oh no, he's in China?
Well, what do you mean? Oh no.
Oh, I don't know.
Are you giving away your feelings?
No.
Oh no, you don't want to sell to China now? Is he gonna have to pay a tariff? Are you worrying about his tariff?
No, I just remembered it's just magazines. There's that other obnoxious, huge thing that we need to ship that's going to Australia.
That's Australia. That's a totally different place, I think. Isn't it? I've never been to either, so I don't know. They might be the same place.
Magazines won't break.
edge.
The other thing might.
Of Beard's Earth. But yes, I don't know why. I can't tell you why. We have done nothing differently. We are running no sales. We are running 5% capped promotion on the 2 stores that we run promotions on. The 3rd store has no promotions and is popping, close to $1,000
The 3rd
items.
store is our Omega bat. Is the 3rd store you're referring to?
No.
I don't know how you number them anymore.
I just said the two of them have $5.
Have
5% promotions on it.
Which 2?
Which ones do you think? Let's do a little game and see how much little spam over here knows about our own business.
Right, because the original store you don't promote because it's like rare items. Okay.
That's good.
You're doing a Whoville.
Professor Who. I'm angry. Look at my mouth. It's really...
John Flipping It Easy just put out a recorded video today about promotion. What is it? The suggested ad rate. What is it that they call
He
that?
it's really interesting. You should go watch his video about how everyone's over promoting. I think he's onto something there.
What do they call that though on eBay? The
Listing quality report or seller
What does
quality
eBay
report?
call that ad rate? It's
Why are you
the
yelling at me? I'm gonna have to call.
I'm calling in the silent
It's-
moderator. You have 3 demerits. Back to your corner.
Thank you.
what do
Thank
they
you, Simon.
call that?
I don't know. I wasn't
It's
listening.
not. It's the one where they like max you out. What is that
James
called?
gets all the glory, but Jen JRKR is just is also a media mistress. Always pay attention to Jen when you want to take a temperature. Oh, I will.
Okay.
I don't know what you're saying, so I just started to go.
Yeah.
I just started the car.
I get that.
Lag also demands.
Report all buyers.
Just report all buyers. I think District has the right idea. eBay should look much closer at it, but long-term sustaining a whole another ball game. You know, Basket Needle, I'm not concerning with me. I'm anything. If people are going to take the time to build these platforms, I'm going to utilize them at the time and place which I see fit. And right now, I got my eye on the prize, which is eBay, because no matter what they've done for the past few years, it seems like they're rolling it out right now as we sit here.
And Beard's morning show it was a good show. He was talking, Bearded Picker. He was talking about, live auctions, and he was saying like, why is eBay so far behind in comparison to Whatnot and Dipdit, and they are being very picky with who they are allowing to do the live auctions, and you have to have experience doing live
on other
auctions.
platforms.
But it may appear that Whatnot is not necessarily the one they want you to have experience on. We don't know.
We don't know how that's going to pan out. But we do know that Beard everyone applied last Friday, and it said they would get back to him in 5 days. So we're just, I guess we're Friday. Let's see.
And
Saturday.
Beard was
It's supposed to
wondering.
be business days. So Monday, we're only in 2 days.
And Beard was wondering, sort of speculating too, if eBay is putting so much effort into trying to figure out this whole live thing that other stuff is getting neglected.
I thought that was a super rational and good point, is that they're putting all their development. I mean, they last year they were putting all their development skill, all their processing power or whatever into AI processing so they could get rid of as much customer service as they could. I think that's what their first thing was. I think their very first thing in AI, I'm forgetting something, I'm sure, but when they really brought it online like 2 years ago, it was looking at the auctions as you listed them. It was learning how to hot dog, no hot dog. So that's it. The very first practical implementation of AI, like 10 years ago, was on Snapchat or other things, hot dog, no hot dog software, where it looked for wieners. So if it was looking for nudity, that was like the first practical utilization. Well, and also putting mustaches on you that stuck to your face if you move around like that. Also, they're pretty. Is it exactly 1 hour?
No.
My
we're
thing
frozen.
dies like almost exactly on the 1 hour. I gotta figure out why it's doing that.
So
Now I'm ready for it though.
well, speaking of that, and like, okay, so last year, was it when they were trying to implement scanning the listings? Right now,
Yes,
is
that
it-
was their first thing they were doing, I think.
So, and somebody on Josh's show yesterday in the comments said, if eBay could just finish doing what they're tweaking and things get back to normal, maybe our sales would get back to normal. And I thought to myself,
No.
I was like, you know what? eBay, no. eBay is like a really busy city. And what do all busy cities have in common?
Constant construction.
Constant road construction.
You're not gonna. It's never gonna go
eBay
back
is
to normal.
constantly
This is
under
normal.
construction.
This is
It's
it.
never not going to be like any city you go to. Montreal, whenever we go up there, every single time, never fails. There is always some crazy road construction. New York City, Boston, always road construction. And
Last
that is
time-
what eBay is. It's a big city.
Last
always under
time I
construction.
played mini golf, someone asked me if I was a professional because of all the holes and ones I was getting. A true story. Good for you, lad. I mean, were you making the holes? Was anybody watching you making the holes in lag?
Is there
holes in one? Holes
there
in
should
lag?
be professional mini golf.
There is slag. I said so. Let's see. Mike G says, moving on now. Had great sales yesterday. Packing them up.
Nice.
So when we looked at our sales on Monday, are you serious? How do they get through? I don't think I did it. I didn't put on my do not disturb. What was I saying? It's your job to keep track
No, it's
of
not.
what I'm saying. Why not?
You have to keep track of what he's
You're
saying.
making my pit sweat. Jeez.
That's not me. It's just hot in here. Whew. I need one of those fans. I'm like Tom in the South. I need some sweet tea and a fan. I was saying something that was super important, but whatever. Oh, I was just saying that when we looked at our sales, we noticed that Friday, Saturday bombs. I mean, good bombs. Sunday, bad bomb. Monday, not so great, but in the afternoon, totally picked up. Tuesday, off the hook. Wednesday, I still have to ship stuff out from the weekend. I've got one thing. I got to ship that thing to Australia, which is I got to go to Lowe's and buy like some super thick density foam because it's like this 1950s amplifier and tuner and with tubes in it. And it's going all the way to Australia. I only have to ship it to EIS, to eBay hub. But I feel super duper like I can't allow this to break because we had a very expensive thing break in the mail, which, by the way...
Oh, yeah. So, anyhow.
Lady, wait, hold on. This is important. Wait, no.
So, we had...
Wait, is this the right one? Is it news or is it more of a...
Well, it's sort of a follow-up.
This is...
We sold something really expensive. It was delivered at the beginning of the month. And the buyer contacted us to tell us it was totally damaged.
Like, don't bother contacting us. Just...
So I filed a
keep it
claim
broken.
with FedEx, just going through their
So,
simple process.
We only
online.
had to... Go ahead. Tell your story. 'Cause
And it
maybe I was
was
gonna say
denied.
something,
It was
weird.
denied. And it was like, oh, we need like more pictures or something. And to fill out the self inspection form.
Flagellation.
And I was like, oh, interesting. Okay. And it gave me a link to something called like self-inspection form. And I was watching Silver Hair Stacker yesterday in the morning, and they were talking about USPS claims and stuff. And I was like, oh my God, thank you. You just reminded me I need to follow up on that. So yesterday I went and did the self-inspection form, provided all of the photos that our buyer had originally sent to us, and we just sort of narrowed them down.
Lag also calls her chat.
Oh, see? And yeah, I just resubmitted the original info and more pictures and completed that self-inspection form. And lo
What's
and
this?
behold, this morning, oh, thanks, Ryan. We got an email from FedEx saying
Big
they
Dre is
approved
the-
our claim.
Thank you so much, first of
Oh,
all,
Paul is here.
to Ryan for
Thank you,
giving a
Ryan.
gift membership with
And
Big
Dre got
Dre.
it. That's
will-
so awesome.
Enjoy, I believe. And also, secondly, thank you to FedEx for approving our claim after a lot of work on this lady's part.
So, I mean, just like with everything, companies, insurance companies, they just try to make it difficult so you give up. But don't give up. Don't give up on
Don't give up.
the damage package claims. Try again. Just
Aloha, a little tardy. I'm on board with the new branding. I even
I'll be
have my own
slack.
saying, I'll be slack. Thank you. Are you still subscribing to the awesome reseller program List Eventually? Are you still paying them? Nice.
I hope he reopens his stores at some point. Mike Seller!
Aloha,
Mike! Nice to
Dendicor.
see you. The machines already know flattery works. They do.
I butter them right up. I got the oil can. I just carry around Oh, you learned it in Wizard of Oz.
Oh, yeah,
You're
yeah.
the Tin Man. He's like, if you have this, click, 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 click. If you oil him, they let you live. So make sure you have an oil can, like the old-fashioned kind with the little bendy nozzle tip and the click, click. Yeah, it has to be a click, click one.
Lag said his comments are powered by chat. I knew it.
So is lag in general.
Basket News. I don't even know if I've ever heard of Z Auction. Did you?
It is at the end of the auction alphabet.
Tamara Lynn, hey, lurking while taking photos in the background. Nice to see you here, Tamara Lynn.
Aloha, did you?
I
was
love
Tamara
her.
Lynn trying to get her son trying to move here or something? Was that Tamara Lynn? I'm sorry if I'm getting that confused.
I love how she was laughing at your comment about taking 8 hours to walk a mile when you were a kid.
I don't know how
you were
it
constantly
happened, but
getting distracted.
I would get so distracted on my journeys, and I'd be like, because I'd have to check in like a reasonable amount of time. I'd be like, okay, I'll be like an hour, but my time comprehension matrix did not work as a kid. It doesn't work that great now, but I'm never late for anything really. But if when I was a kid specifically, or if there's no time limit, I will use it all and then some. And then I really just didn't want to go home, and be at home bored. So I would just go out. And it would take me 8 hours to walk 1 mile. And then once I would get like my cards, if I went to go get the Star Wars cards at the little store, which I was talking about, going a mile, by the time I got home, I lose the cards. Where are the cards? I left them on like a fence post.
How is that any different than you are now?
It's no different than me now. I'm just a little chubbier. And I buy
Still
bigger
distracted by anything and everything.
That's right. I mean, I look at it as a benefit
Lag.
of life.
Yeah. But Record Crate, hey, happy Wednesday.
Aloha, Adam. Thank you for joining us here on the magical hump day. If you did not know, Matt, that dib dit golf guy sent us a beautiful
Apple branded
gift. Apple branded gift. That is hard to see because it's like in the cracker. Oh, you can kind of see it. And it's shiny. So it says Apple Computers there. And I'm going to I have to go get a Porsche and go with that.
Lag, yes, the P.O. box. We do have a P.O. box.
We do. We've never used it though.
B News was saying eBay and Amazon and Walmart. Now Walmart sustained because they have the resources to always scale.
Oh my goodness. Sale! Told you that's because you're watching us. And we were talking about golf clubs.
I feel like you went too low. Did you?
Oh, you gotta go low with this crowd.
Oh no. Or maybe you went too high.
Maybe you should just let me do this. Thanks. I'm gonna poke you. Let's see here. Wait, did Jen retracted her cha-ching? Let's see. When I try to speak my descriptions, it always puts somewhere instead of somewhere. Oh, that is annoying. How does that even help?
That is annoying.
How does that even help? The robots aren't that great. Don't praise the machine.
Becca, Lifestyle Thrifting Crafting. Hey,
what?
aloha.
Where's Becca? I see Becca right here. Aloha to you.
Welcome. Hope everyone's having a good day. I would say we are. The weather's great.
It's a gorgeous day today. Holy cow, such a great day.
We've been going through a crazy, weird stash of stuff that we got.
Yes, crazy, weird stash. Oh, so, Josh, if you're here, it's Ryan. Ryan would be an actually really good person that's not in our atmosphere. For John and Josh and Beard probably too are trying to dig up some new guests for the Profit Playbook podcast that airs on Saturday at 11 p.m. Eastern time. People outside of our general circle that we all sort of our ecosystem here, trying to bring in some new people into, our area just to expose and whatnot. And I was like, that makes a lot of sense because they had me on Saturday, which means they're literally looking in the barrel at the bottom of the barrel. And there's one little Primo rattling around in there. And they picked me up. So they need some guests.
You're with the claw. They're like, oh, we got him.
They
got
obviously
him.
need some fresh guests. Can you please help them? They need guests. I mean, if you don't know, but Ryan at so it's Galaxy CDs. So I think that's the very confusing name, but Galaxy CDs, I think, is something. So that's like part of his name, and then there's Rocks and Flips is also part of the name. So it's Galaxy CDs, Rocks and Flips, because you rock. I guess he's a rocker. He's a rock and roll, and he flips because he sells stuff. But anyway, Ryan is a really metered business guy with books and media, and I do enjoy that. And there's a lot of at least some of our people go in there. Big Dre's in there, Mich Lachey's in there, Den Decor goes
His
in
presentation is
very flowy,
easy to digest.
Yes. Flowy, doesn't give you agita. I feel like this. Sometimes give you a little agita right here.
We are the acid reflux.
Maybe a little
crew.
angina, agita. Did you realize that angina is not the right way to say that? It's agina.
Oh, tiny dog.
Pokey doesn't like to say agina.
Mike was saying I credit Pegasus to my success as a reseller.
Do you really, Mike T? I mean,
No, he does.
Are you kidding? Are you serious? I can't tell.
Well, he does video games and stuff.
But isn't Pegasus doesn't he not sell one-offs? He doesn't sell like video
Gurgle
games.
throat.
He private labels. He buys stuff in Sheentown.
But the thing is, though, is regardless of somebody's
Upbringing?
method,
Method.
you
That's how
can
you're gonna
still learn something from them. You know, there's always
Absolutely,
some tidbits.
you can. The only problem with him was just the attack methodology wasn't.
Oh
wasn't cool.
yeah. That was weird how he was.
I actually,
rude.
some of the things he says are actually they're spot on and whatever.
Well,
but
yeah.
you don't get to do both. You can't have your cake and eat it too. Talk smack.
Pico, I posed a question to my programmer to get AI to speak out loud when I get a message asking a question by reading it out and saying, how should I reply?
Whoa. And then you say it and then it replies. So you do hands-free customer service? I mean, that sounds good. That sounds really good.
Okay, so your AI isn't like automatically responding on its own. You ask it what to say and then you type it in. Look at the little sunglasses.
That is cute. Paul Rose says steaks at Costco. Congrats. That's right. We do need to go do that. We did burgers on Memorial Day because that's like what you do. And I do them. I have a very specific way of doing the first burgers of the season. You just so we only do charcoal for the barbecue because we don't have a Super John level gravity fed
Dynamic.
Dynamic? What are you
That's
talking about?
dynamic ad rate. Paul's suggested ad rate just jogged my brain. Dynamic ad rate is what I was thinking.
Guess what? To rewind that and watch me tell you.
John's
What is
video
it?
talking about
I
dynamic.
said it to you.
You did not say dynamic.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I think you said dynamic.
You thought wrong. 3 demerits.
Thank you.
But what you do is you set dynamic with a cap.
5%.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
So you use
totally
dynamic,
interrupt me and you
but
went,
you set a cap.
what stores are you talking about? Where do I go? Which way did he go? You're asking me which store is which, and all I got into that story was to say that 2 of our stores are dynamic capped at 5%.
Yeah.
And then we didn't get any further. I don't even know what I was going to say about that.
But
it's
yeah,
super
watch
important.
John's video that he put
Now
out today.
I remember what you distracted me from.
Yeah.
That's what's important.
Thank you, Paul, for jogging my brain.
But the bottom line of
Yogging.
go
my
watch
brain.
his video to see why you're overpaying for dynamic. But also in his video, he says it's very difficult to see unless you have listing quality report or the.
Oh,
not
right.
everybody
And
has
not
that.
everyone has access yet.
But it's interesting to wonder if the ones that he shows in the category that he shows, are those the same across eBay? And I think it was saying that the best people promoting in this category paid this much. It actually was suggested dynamic rate. So they're actually showing you both sides of the coin right now. That's what I got from the video, but you should go watch it because you can go look at your
Flippin'
own.
ain't easy.
That's right.
WTF was saying I had my first China customer 3 weeks ago.
Did you?
Nice.
Did you enjoy the experience? Thank you.
And I can't remember. Oh wait,
We've actually had lots of Chinese customers.
Germany doesn't have EIS though. They just have to ship on their own, right?
I don't know. They might have it. But it also depends on if the person is shipping through a freight forwarder or through eBay. So like this guy has Chinese characters. So I assume that this is going to a
freight forwarder.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, it's in Washington. It's it's
yeah.
So you
I
go to
didn't
Oregon,
notice
you
that.
go to Seattle or Washington, somewhere on the coast, somewhere in Florida, Miami. There's a couple places where the freight forwarders dwell. Things have come a long way since auction web, but enterprise paradigms still exist, basically. Yeah, for sure.
ROAS return of.
I get about 20% on that. I just looked at that, so I know. Basket Noodle Love, Battlestar Galactica. Oh, everybody's coming in with the dynamic.
Yes, thank you, everyone. I knew it started with a D.
Did you guys? Anybody watch that show we invested 6 years into called Handmaid's Tale? People watch that?
Oh,
it's a really good show. The
series came to an end. Last episode ever.
I'm wondering what everybody thought of the series finale.
It was sort of like just tying up loose ends.
Don't you hate it when the shows do that? It's like we got all excited and all cozy to sit down and watch this great end of the series, and it's just like
and
ties.
And remember. Did your butt just burp?
Yeah, I butt burped with my face.
We call farts butt burps. Wait a sec. Hold up. No. Oh, I wanted to say yes. So right, it was called auction web, but remember, you guys, you had to wait for somebody to send you a check or a money order in the mail.
Oh, the olden days?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was good times.
Yes.
You know what's crazy is how many times that thing always worked. And how many money orders I had to fill out because I wasn't that trusting. And you could
leave feedback, negative feedback for buyers. So yeah.
There was totally a time when you just went like, you just left feedback for people. Nothing had to occur between you. So people would just build up these. And I will tell you, I know lots of people like this that have, not saying anybody in this room for sure, but people on eBay have 100,000 feedback scores who have been around since the 90s, just made up other accounts and gave themselves tons of feedback. So
you're saying
could literally
back
do
then
that.
You could do that. They didn't have the means.
It was against the rules, but you could still do it.
They weren't able to track who was doing that. Yeah. I see. I got it.
It's called the Wild West.
B News was started in 95.
Hot dog, not hot dog. Lag is 100% hot dog. Finally got a sale. Congratulations.
Callie Debs.
It's a 100% hot dog every time. 70% of the time, it's right every time.
No, 100% of the time, it's 70% right.
You don't know how to do it. Hot dog, no hot dog. I'll take hot dog. Paul, are you sure, Paul?
Faster, faster. It is so exciting.
Let's see. I hope it's off. I hope it's a start of a roll too. I honestly cannot tell you why our sales have been so good because there was like this weird little gully, and I'm like, it's because we're not listing enough, and then we did list, and then it just picked up in the past week or two.
We've really been focusing on our media store mostly, so we need to.
But all the boats have risen. So the flow.
We need to get more stuff in the boutique store
because
we only have 2 things in there right now,
in there.
And one of them is only pickup only.
And it's $2,000 sofa that nobody wants, but it's like the most.
I'm a professional goofball. I love it.
Indeed, you are.
I wonder what was a good. My city in the road construction. Thank you. Was a good comparison.
Pico says that is one giant crowd you have there.
It is, isn't it? Yeah. Where did we get that? Oh, yeah, it's everything here we buy secondhand.
That came out of garage sale somewhere.
Yeah, I think it was it curbside? I don't even remember curb.
It wasn't, but
Curb alert.
these are made by a company called Think Big. And Think Big used to be like a 70s company. It was like, and they made just really big things. And you would see these things they were used in advertising, but they would just make big things. Like she's probably gonna go. Are you gonna?
Where's that?
What's up on the top shelf behind that delicate glass stuff that you're gonna break?
No, forget it. I'm not doing that.
It's a giant matchbook that's like this big. But anyway, so they were a business in the 80s, and it was like very Andy Warhol. People had their stuff that was expensive, and it was pretty trendy. And then I think the business went out of business, and they revived it sometime in the last 20 years. And they no longer do, so like that says crayon on it. Well, if this was an original one, they're still the same size and everything.
It would say Crayola.
It would say Crayola.
Okay.
They use the actual brand names, and now they don't. That's the only difference.
I do notice that with AI too. Like it does not want to
do
reuse the brands, and it will like change it. Even wording, it will change some. Huh. What? That's what she said.
Today's our Friday. Thank you. Jenna Phipps. Everybody go watch
that's
Jenna
right,
Phipps.
Jenna.
Jenna Phipps has nothing to do with the reselling. She's building a house. She and her boyfriend, who they're in their 20s, and they bought a house in Vancouver, Washington. That's a mid-century house, beautiful, overlooking oceans and yacht harbors
Did you
and
just
stuff.
say Washington?
Vancouver,
British
It's
Columbia.
it's the same thing, lady. It's geography. Come on. And they have a, like, it was like totally rotten house, like completely. I want to say so they were able to get building permits as a remodel, but they took the roof off, the walls out, the floor out, and all they left up was like the exterior wall facing the street. And for most part, the wall facing like their swimming pool for the inside part of their house was all glass anyway. But so they were able to get like super discounted expenses and permitting and stuff. And they're at the point where they're starting to put the house back together. They put the framing up and steel and everything, and the young guy and girl are doing like the bulk of the work themselves, but of course they hired plumbers or something. But most of the work themselves, I gotta tell you, it's like one of the most exciting times of our week is to watch this old house with millennials or Gen Z, maybe even. What's 30-year-olds?
30-year-olds, I think, are millennials.
JENNAPHIPPS, if that's of interest
Hey,
to
Big
you.
Dre, did you see you were gifted a membership by
Where's Big Dre?
Ryan?
Aloha.
Callie Does was saying last week was really good.
You make about pick sweat. That's right. Step back from the hot tub.
And I was thinking,
I don't
too,
have any James Brown on here. That's not right.
does this make sense? So you know how
Cuckoo platter.
how Josh like sort of coined the lighthouse effect with eBay?
Yeah.
And how we talk about how they're always tweaking and we're like, oh, there's glitches and oh, they're always changing something, road construction. Do you think like it's possible that they switch around who this lighthouse thing is really them working on their programming, and they don't want the same group of people to always be like the guinea pigs and feeling
That's called
all
A/B
the glitches.
testing that they're giving.
So they
testing,
just sort of swirl it around. It's like, okay,
Sweetie,
that group,
Sweetie,
they got
there's a term for it. It's called A/B testing.
cool.
What you're describing, it's called A/B testing.
Becca was saying that she's taking photos too. That's the hardest part for me is photos.
Sweetie, do you remember what it's called?
YZ.
I was trying to make it work. I was trying to make it work, but she won't remember in 5 minutes. We're at the test at the very end. But I won't remember to ask, so you see what's going on over here.
Yeah, so Becca is taking photos too. And Tamara was saying that that is her. Her son is looking to buy a home. We have our fingers crossed at a new mobile home in Colchester. Awesome.
That's awesome. Good luck to you, because it's this our state. I think we're too late to escape. We're too late to escape Burlington, Vermont. We have too much invested here. But I'm not like it. The future is a little crazy around here. But it's a good state. I mean, I don't have anything wrong with. There's nothing wrong with the state. It's just crazy. Should I say more? I'm gonna be like Josh.
No.
I have the biggest secret in the world. I'm not gonna tell anybody.
Paul saying, if you're not early, you're late. Is an annoying concept I stick to. Paul.
Thank you.
Tamara was saying they wanted to stick build, but can't afford it on his salary. It would cost $450,000.
Yeah, our house is basically a couple of sticks in a tarp, and it's like, I mean, it's unbelievable how much they're worth. Good thing I'm not like a big Bitcoin millionaire, and people come try to steal my house and beat me up. What?
Oh yeah, that's crazy.
Isn't that
What happened in New York City?
Like how I segued.
He was he was one of the business partners.
He was a business partner.
And the two other one.
He was the Italian
him.
one. Apparently, they don't like Italians. The frat boy business guys don't like Italians. Enough about them.
What school,
Walk to school,
did you have
1
to
mile.
walk home for lunch?
She said she grew up in Winooski, and
I
so she had to
know.
go uphill
But
1 mile.
My school's all served lunch, I think. Or we brought lunch.
So when I want to say, so I was in grade school in the 70s. I mean, like, I went to kindergarten in 74, maybe. And at that time, grade schoolers walked home for lunch. Sometimes.
Huh.
So I'm wondering if there was a time, and then they closed campuses so you couldn't leave. But I believe that came as I was getting older. Like
when there was like the stranger danger.
They wouldn't let
kids were getting kidnapped, so they're like, we better start.
I don't think they'd let first and second graders out ever. But maybe they did.
When I look at a kindergartner, I'm like, aren't you still a tiny baby? Like, how are you walking by yourself?
And then I remember going to high school finally, and it's an open campus. So you could leave at lunch. Although there's no way to get back to school in time for the post-lunch class when you go down and get a burger at the Foster's Freeze. And I never figured out how to do that.
Yeah, Tamara was saying uphill in Vermont winters. Yeah, Winooski is a very hilly town. That's why I like it, though. Miss Lachey, aloha!
Miss Lachey, aloha. Welcome to the Wednesday party.
I love it.
Where we share chiclets.
You're
Where it's a
sweet.
treasure hunt for the chiclets of information we do.
The slim
Sprinkle
and
throughout the
trim and
live.
sexy. Primo, Kimo.
I'm shooting my blue Maverick. or whatever.
Basket Nudes was saying that District isn't the first that to try what they are doing.
No. No, but being a District is a cool situation, as is Whatnot for what it is. I wonder about the maturification of those platforms. What happens next? What happens after the buyers, shift to more end users? I'm hearing talk that when they're live selling, a lot more of the buyers are end users as opposed to resellers.
But that's what we sort of want. That's what you want.
That is what you want.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's true though. That's the thing, is I listen to people and then I
right. Who was it on
the
show this
but I'm
morning?
too lazy
Bearded,
to verify everything.
He was saying that
There was a guy on there.
He was saying that he feels like a good portion of his items are going to the end.
But that guy's angry.
The end buyer.
His nickname is Angry Somebody.
Oh,
so we can't trust him. He's too angry.
Paul was saying, don't be scared of going.
He's flying off the handle.
Me and like it down here.
Where are you?
You skipped over Paul's.
Paul Rose.
Yeah, Galaxy Rocks and Flips. We see Matt and the Galaxy Rocks and CD. Nope, not saying it right.
Don't
Dang
say it
it
anymore.
all.
Just don't say it.
Yeah, sorry.
Lag Paul is pointing down, 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 down.
Galaxy CDs.
Faster, faster, it is so exciting.
Yeah, and that he should know that his brand it's a little confusing, but there is something to be saying for a confusing name because you talk about it. I'm not saying it's kind of like Business 101 is make your sign or your logo out of black and yellow or red and yellow. Those are the colors to use.
Red and yellow.
And so
Did
you don't
already
have to, you
say red
shouldn't
and
always
yellow?
do what they say is the best thing in business. So sometimes it is kind of interesting to have the name a brand that's confusing because you'll talk about it. But it can't be so confusing that's annoying. And then people don't want to talk about it just to spite you. Thank you.
Dendicor missed the
Chiclet. Should I mark? Should we have a chiclet sound? Like that when we actually have a chiclet of information, we're gonna mark it with a
How dare you?
it's something like that.
Miss Lachey and Dendicor was saying how Ryan from CDs, Rocks and Flips, Galaxy CDs, had a record store in Ohio called Galaxy CDs.
That makes sense. And it also makes sense for the time. So it was, remember when things were called Galaxy and Orbit in the late 80s, early 90s?
Ryan on Weather was saying, me feeling stupid thinking Primo was talking about
What
me
was
for
that?
a sec.
What was it? Do you know what it was?
Ryan from CD, Rocks and
Oh,
Flips.
thank you very much. Well,
Ryan, I thought he was
sell
talking about you at
CDs?
first too.
When
When he was saying Ryan, I thought.
So
it was
Ryan on Weather is one of the greatest. Well, go watch Ryan on Weather too.
Yeah, he lives in tornado country.
And he posts about his tornadoes that are like literally right
and he
out
has
of his
little
side of his
kids,
house.
and they go down into their basement, into the safe room. Well, safe room.
And they're
is that what it's
still
called?
alive. Spoiler alert.
And
They're
the
still
kids are so
alive.
cute. They're just like, do, 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 do. And I'm like, dang. I'd be like, oh gosh, what's going on upstairs? Ooh.
You'd be like, hey, what's going on, Dad? Can you go see what's happening up there? And then you get sucked up like in the movie Twister. Is that what you want? You want Ryan to get sucked up into the Twister?
So Dipdit is only allowing 30-minute seller auctions. Is that how they're doing it?
I didn't know that.
Is that how they're able to fit everyone in? Because they try not to step on each other's
Oh,
toes.
Didbit.
Right.
He's not. Is that Didbit?
Not district. Dibdit.
Dibdit? No, it's Didbit. No, it's Dibdit.
It's Dibdit. Like
So
I
Dibdit-
dibbed it.
So okay, I've spoken with the people over at the place. So I talked to Ivan over at district.net.
Way back a year plus ago. Or whatever, right?
I'm guessing Didbit is making their own 30-minute limit.
Right, not district. Dibdit is doing
Why
it.
is pretend like you're knowing the answer to everything? I'm just asking. I'd like to know.
Because why would district? The whole
you
point,
can make your own. You can make your own
the
rules.
whole point is right. You make your own rules for.
But
your
I don't
own
know if that's one of
marketplace.
them. We don't know. I'm gonna copy you and also get hydrated at the same time.
4TP was saying, yeah, Ryan's a great guy, but a poor choice of a brand name.
The CDs, I mean, Galaxy CDs would be enough. I don't know what the Rocks and Flips is like a tagline almost, maybe. Because all my stuff's perfect. That's why I can talk smack about other people. Okay, let's see what we got here. We're doing okay. I think we're gonna make it to the end. Maybe
Becca, lurking well listing. Speed nudes. So what they did was make cosmetics and this and that, which already displays a big problem, and that is not the solution.
It may go into other things. Gotta say, basket noodles
Yes, that is.
needs to chapter.
I have gargle throat.
I
Yes.
need a chapter.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody heard your gurgle throat?
Mm-hmm.
No, did I say that?
No, I did.
Oh, good. Because you did. I can still hear it in this headphone. It's like just circulating. It's on a loop.
PL does auto accessories, custom steering wheel and seat covers, possibly. Wait, PL.
Who are we talking about? I don't know.
Miss Lachey. I can't remember who's PL.
Pegasus had.
Oh, Pegasus Lounge. Thank you.
Oh, Pegasus had you in. Pegasus does auto accessories. Okay, so I was making up that you know what? Okay, so this is what I heard he did, which doesn't. I mean, it's the only. Yeah, I made a value judgment on it. Is what happened, and so Pegasus at some point said that he made vaping accessories.
He was talking about vaping accessories once.
And then I kind of went, that's not for me. I don't want to make that stuff.
Was he just using it as an
Maybe
example?
That could be, because I tend to just do that and not listen to every word he's saying. But in that, I still even like Krakow brand, I always had a problem with that. And it doesn't mean anything. It just means I always had a problem with the cheap crap at the Sherba's auto places that were. Krakow was a brand that, you wouldn't go buy a Sony at the good guys. You'd go to Sherba's and buy the Krakow jacked like stereo. I can't explain it. But it's making really garbage things. But the thing is I bought Krakow stuff. I bought stuff at Sherba's because when I was a kid, I couldn't afford a Sony stereo for my
And as I have
VW
said before, thank goodness we all don't have the same method for selling or what we sell.
But Krakows suck is my point.
I think he
So I'm saying, did he do it? Did he do it? But what I'm saying is, at some point, you want to really, I enjoy offering a quality product that's part of my whole thing. So if it's just a product for a product's sake, I don't do that. That's all. Thank you. Again, agreeing with you here. Yes. I mean, I've learned from people I don't like. A few of them.
Well, the thing is, I mean, I haven't really watched him. I've only heard him when he was on in the beginning, where he was critiquing people's videos, which may be how he was trying to get.
That's what he was doing.
Subscribers, and I think.
And that's why I didn't like that.
He's tamed
It was cheap.
He's more tame now, right?
I have
He's
listened
not
to
really
him since
doing that
then,
much
and
anymore.
he doesn't seem to be doing that. And we'll see how that goes. And sometimes, and again, I monitor people.
But you know what?
Make sure they're keeping up.
What was the first video you did eBay related?
Yeah, I was talking smack about daily refinement and Tekken. That's how I came on.
And that's how you started.
Well, here's what it was, though. It was important enough to get me, I was going to say off my fat ass and do a video, but I just sat here. So I was still on it, and I did a video because I felt like this was something breaking, that I'm a reseller. I don't know what's going on. There's weird things. eBay's changing. And I saw this thing happen in the middle of it. And I was like, this could affect us. This is a reseller behaving badly.
Right. Your perspective was, oh no, how is this going to reflect on other sellers on eBay? Like, this is not good when somebody that's so well known is doing something.
I've learned to
that's
understand that it's not quite that simple, in that the value of that person has not diminished.
Maybe learning in that respect too. I always give people the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, well, you can't make vape stuff. You can vape though. Yes. Everybody should be exactly like me, because then you would have a Ferrari. And
whoa, his guts are going nuts. Pitco was saying,
I don't smell him.
Pitco was saying, no.
I'm trying to smell his beef.
The AI responds to all the normal stuff, but if it's a specific question, then I want to ask. I want it to ask me first.
That's
okay.
Neat. I need to see how that works out.
Flippin' ain't easy, John. Hey guys, I'm out here slaving away in 100-degree weather, making trips to pick stuff up, listening while working.
Awesome. I hope you're staying cool, John. We're old. Remember that. We just fall down sometimes.
I used to be able to handle. We have the worst humidity here, so it can feel like 100 degrees. And boy, I used to be able to handle it. And in fact, I would like invite it. Now I'm just like, get me out.
John doesn't have any humidity there. It's like when you go outside, you slowly, you turn into a raisin, and you can only stay out like for an hour, or you definitely raisin out.
Oh, Mike was just saying that to. Sorry for my bad humor. It was funny seeing you all comment it. Primo, you want to rip him in like others do.
I mean, and again, be nice, and don't lie all the time if possible.
So yeah,
Those are my 2 YouTube requirements. Just.
And I've got to say, I don't like. Sometimes we get sidetracked and start talking about other sellers, and it makes me feel really weird and uncomfortable.
I
and
make
don't
myself
like
feel uncomfortable
doing it.
I do.
And it makes me feel
What's
gross.
much more fun, though, is to talk about people we like and how they're doing a great job.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how you really should do it. And the only thing that takes me off of that game is when people are talking smack about people who are doing the work.
Yeah.
That's all.
Matt from Den Decor
Thank you.
Depot is saying he's going to take a look at John's video. Most of my sales are at the top of my dynamic rate already. And I think
Den Decor,
Axe Monkey too.
you got to go watch his video and see what he pointed out, because this will most definitely affect you. And you're one of the people that I think of.
Too.
Axe Monkey does full.
I think she has
full
done
dynamic.
it. I think so.
Yeah, you guys got to go watch his video.
Yeah. WTF shipped by DHL. Okay. And the Chinese characters and the cell phone number took 3 weeks to get there. Yeah, that sounds pretty typical.
I don't know how long it's going to take to get from the guy that I'm sending the amp to said, because I'm like, I got to go get better shipping supplies, because that's part of the story. I only have to ship it to EIS in Idaho. Where is it? Illinois. But I don't want them to repackage it. I've had enough things now go to Illinois and not make it.
I am so worried that
This thing ain't gonna make it
it's gonna get there and then they're gonna not forward it
properly.
They're just not going to.
Oh, they're just gonna cancel a sale.
Yeah, I'm worried about that.
It sucks.
Which would be awful because.
Did you see the Rockstar Picker thing about how somebody bought a guitar, sold the guitar, and then UPS said the guitar was lost or something? It was a $5,000 guitar, and they only refunded the guy $500 because that was the insurance he paid. And then the guitar came up on eBay again.
No.
And then the people that originally bought the guitar that was lost in the mail bought the guitar on eBay, got it back, and they did a full story about it. About how UPS lied and said it was stolen, lost, burned up, and went the wildfire. They gave him all these excuses.
Whoa.
Until finally they admitted to it, and I believe might have even given the guy back $5,000, even though it was $500. But I think they didn't want to.
That is incredibly shady.
Yes.
And when I worked for
and typical, because
when I worked for a company that made expensive stuff, we never ever used the insurance through the shipping company because we did not want them to know the value of our packages and taunt them. And we had our own insurance company to cover our shipping packages. And there was this whole thing where when I first started working there, they told me how they went through this whole thing where FedEx had this faux wall and there were the, not honest workers there, and they would take
the packages.
They would take out the items from the packages, repackage them,
like watches,
throw the item over this faux wall to the other employees that were in on it, and they would take the stuff. And it got found out because they ended up swapping something and sending it to like the wrong address, and I don't know, it got all discovered.
It was mostly watches, I remember, because was what kind of a box are you gonna ship a watch in?
That is a risk though with declaring.
You gotta ship in, if you're gonna ship a Rolex, which is in a green box about this big, you gotta put it in a bigger box. Like a big square.
Rolexes were never shipped without going through the documented certified mail every step of the way. They are held accountable at the post office. When they get it, an employee needs to sign it. When they send it out, they need a sign saying it's now gone out. So if ever we had to ship a Rolex, that's the
I would like
only
to take
way.
a second and say, hooray for hydration.
Yes.
Pico wants to make sure that John stays hydrated out there in the desert.
It's only 60 degrees in Berkeley right now.
And Berkeley's by the bay. So
Okay.
It stays pretty temperate.
So Derek got his 3 items
Aloha,
packed.
Derek. Did we say hi to Derek all right? He was at the
We
top.
did. He's gonna head to the post office after the stream, grab some lunch, and then get back to eBay work. Thanks for putting your day on hold for us. How
Yes, thank you
sweet of
very
you.
much.
Wait, what's not right, Leg?
Yep, all eBay checks,
Yeah.
money orders, Western Unions. I set up and also had the merchant account to accept cards. I didn't do cards until
B Nudes had to head out. So thanks
Oh,
for
he's
being
gone.
here, B Nudes.
Have a
you
great
can hear it,
day.
thank you so much. We appreciate
Oh,
you.
Derek got a cha-ching.
Yeah, nice.
Biff Boffo, 60 degrees in Berkeley. Biff, I was reading off some of the things from the wood oven roasted cauliflower and marinated beets with turmeric, lime, and cilantro yogurt. Some of the things over there at the
Meyer lemon, what is that? Posset? What is Posset with
Chez
blueberries,
Panisse. The what?
huckleberries,
Where
and
are you?
ginger snaps?
Pretend you're French.
Down. Oh, up. Yeah, step down there. Up one.
The galette.
No, literally one.
It's rhubarb.
No,
You
down.
love rhubarb.
Down one.
Go get yourself some rhubarb.
Rhubarb.
Meyer
That does sound
lemon
good.
posset. I
What
don't know
is
what a
posset?
posset. Posset? It doesn't have a 2 T's and an E, so it must
All I
be
know is
posset.
lemon, blueberries,
With
huckleberries,
blueberries,
and ginger
huckleberries,
snaps.
and ginger
Sounds
snaps.
great.
$15. Thank you.
Lag pancakes.
Yeah, that sounds pretty darn delicious and refreshing at
Oh
this
yeah,
point.
living with a hernia. Paul said you need the Weird
Wow.
Al one.
Yeah. Yes, living with a hernia. I actually haven't thought of that further. What? You can't do that. The dog does not
That was
accept that.
weird. That was
Now
not a
watch the
sneeze.
dog.
That was not a sneeze.
The dog does not like her having any sort of convulsive activities. No bag lunches until the 12th grade, Tamara says. Oh, interesting. So did you have, so again, I'm not understanding. Did you have to walk to school
Carla's saying
for lunch?
she walked home for lunch until 6th grade.
Till 6th grade? That's interesting. I guess
Tiny kids.
I'm wondering, yes, because look, I didn't live close enough to school, but some kids lived on the street from the school. So they could go home for lunch, maybe. Maybe I don't know. But I'll bet somewhere there must have been some laws developed where you couldn't let your kids leave campus in the first few grades or something. I wonder. I don't know.
Yeah, Ryan was saying senior year was the last year my school let the high school kids off campus.
Really?
Because some kids destroyed a local Dollar General and a
stuff
gas
around.
station. Oh, they ruined it for everyone. That's
It sounds like
awful.
that movie that Biff Boffo, I can't remember what it was called, but it's the kids from in the 70s with
Primo
Matt Damon.
Smosh.
Yes, I will smash. Oh yeah.
I will smash, you know I love
Primo angry. They don't know angry.
I'll show you.
Silver
that
hair, howdy aloha.
Silver hair. Let's see. I literally had someone tell me my videos were boring and that I should have jumped into the tornado and died. What?
I love stupid comments like that. It just makes me happy when
Ryan,
people feel the need
If you're
to
gonna do something
be
that
so
lame, if you're gonna do
stupid.
something that exciting, make sure it's like some sort of pay-per-view live event. Don't do that. But you did see at the beginning, if you wanted to do that, you grab like at the beginning of Twister, you're holding onto the door and then it sucks the door out. And I was like, but he's holding onto the door, but then it became a sail. I thought about ways
That
to get
is
sucked
just
up into a
so
tornado.
I love how people feel they need to like say stuff like
I mean,
that.
that's super rude too.
It is totally
So,
rude.
like, why?
I love your videos and I love the music you make. The music is always so great.
It makes me laugh every time. I can't draw a hater out of this whole YouTube mess. My haters may hate me so much that they don't say anything.
You're not worth
We
it
have
to them.
had 0 haters. Haters, get me.
I don't want haters.
I don't want haters. But I'm just saying, where are my haters? They say you're not really actually successful unless you get haters. And Josh, John, they all have haters.
Oh,
Not any.
okay. So Galaxy used to be a vape channel. Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Not Galaxy.
I'm sorry. Now
Pegasus
I'm making
Lounge.
up crap.
Pegasus
I
Lounge
meant to say
used to be a vape
Pegasus.
channel. Okay,
Yeah.
so that makes sense. That's why, and those were the products he made.
Oh, Pico had to head out. Probably not here anymore, but thank you for being here, Pico. We appreciate you so very much. Where the hell is Doug?
Seriously, I think.
But you guys, remember he said he
has
got
to
a promotion
Yeah,
or
he's
something?
gonna not be here in the middle of the day,
Aww.
which is lame. I'm not doing the show anymore unless he comes back.
I miss him. He's not. He and Ro.
He needs
they're
to be
not
here
around
every
as much
single day.
anymore.
And what's Roro doing?
I'm telling you guys.
Roro doesn't have to go to his job.
We know when you're not here. We miss you.
Yeah. Keep a track. Get out my giant go-go gadget. Clipboard.
And we're not holding it against you. We just notice when you're not here, and
Stuff
we
seems
miss
to
you
get to
guys.
Australia super quick, but once they land there, they seem to sit and take forever to deliver in country. Okay. Because the guy that, if I ever finish that statement, the guy that got the amp from us said, there is literally no rush. It's going to take over a month to get to me, so just don't even sweat it.
Oh, you emailed him?
Well,
Or you
he'd
messaged
prefer
him?
to have it packed well,
Yeah.
and
And he's so looking forward to it. That's why I'm like, please, eBay, don't mess this up for him. He wants this so badly.
That did it. Golf Guy been jammed up with more walk-ins for the last 45 minutes. I love they have a store, and I love that you come
Yeah.
back and we're still going. We do it for 2 hours almost every time, except for
Well, this is the
where did Mike
season
Camparelli
for
go?
him. He's busy.
Well, he's gonna
Oh,
talk to
they're
us.
gonna Chichen Cali depths. It's only 70 degrees in Burbank.
That's nice.
That's a beautiful
that's
temperature.
That's sweet. What is it here?
Oh, right. Well, you're 3 hours behind. We're 74 right now.
Yep, we got about the same right here in beautiful Vermont, and it is beautiful, and it is Vermont.
Beer King Picker, aloha.
Lunchtime with the beard.
If you're still around, nice to see you.
Wait,
6
where's
by
this thing?
6.
Rocky Top Picker used to have a vape channel too.
Interesting.
Now tell me, what were these shows
Why?
like? Oh, is this back when
Were they
vape was
just
new?
vaping?
When the people were doing like vape animals, and they were like, I mean, people were total. Remember that period of time when people were like vape crazy, and they would be like,
See identical.
and they would go, ooh, 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 and they would make like circles,
I
and then
have
like
no
an
idea what you're
arrow go
talking
through the
about.
circles. The vape guys.
Nice. Carla got a
The vape bros.
cha-ching with her thumbs
Is
up.
Ben a vape bro with Pegasus?
WTF. I watched 6
What?
kilometers.
Yo! Did you say hi to 6 by
We're
6
frozen again. Yes, indeed.
Good.
Been slaving away this week to no avail. Sorry for being so late. Oh,
Well,
keep on.
I'm
keep
putting
on.
it on the list.
Keep
Don't
on
worry.
keeping on.
I'm putting it on the master list.
That's just it. We just need to know that we're doing all we can. And although it can be discouraging at times not to see any good results from the effort we put in, but just do it and know that you're doing everything you can.
And there's two things that were important to say today. First of all, our sales are pretty good. So I know that sales are there. And she accidentally had a super good point. And what was it? What did I tell you the name of the thing that was called? You made a point earlier. And then I said, you have to remember, I told you the name 5 times. Everybody watched me tell you 5 times. And it's about what you said, why people are having different experiences, why sales are going up and down. A/B testing is what it's called. Thank you. You're super.
YZ.
Now you remember.
If you said YZ.
But
yeah.
but it's actually a super, super, super accidental good point that you made. And eBay is always doing A/B testing. Could it be? I mean, it's not really A/B testing when you're just turning one group of people off and another one on and you're splitting it between the two. That's not really A/B testing. We're not seeing alligator teeth right now. We're seeing basically we're seeing a bowl where we were big here and we're big now. And then we saw like a slump in the middle, although no behavior has been different. Thank you. A/B testing could be it. Why you are seeing, why some people are on and off. A/B, that would be a good explanation. That'd be a good explanation.
Yeah, when I was working on my other job, they would
I approve. You have What's the opposite
They
of
would,
demerits?
in programming, they would work on like the different departments.
What is the opposite of demerits?
Not all at
Achievement?
Not all at once, but they would be like, okay, this week we're
You
going to
get
work on
5
stuff
gold
for this
stars.
department.
Thank you.
So they spread it around.
I don't think they I don't know what.
But they also spread it around because they can't have everyone down at the same time and lose
WTF
sales.
didn't even have shoes. Walked 6 miles to school in Germany.
But also,
Through a what do they have that's bad in Germany? I can't even think.
they can't shut down eBay so that they can work on it because they can't go without sales. Just like we can't go
Carla
without sales.
liked the video and got a thumbs up.
I know.
Everyone else can have that too, courtesy of Flipping Ain't Easy. If you like our channel, you'll get a sale. And if you like their channel, we'll get a sale. Yeah. Thank you. I walked a mile to school when I was in 5. We were built different back then. Back in the day, I even walked in some snow. I only saw snow up at Lake Tahoe when we went there on purpose. But I mean, all we did was walk. I walked, I don't know. I remember walking my teenage years until I didn't get my Vespa till 17 and I had a car at 16. But up until then, I walked everywhere. And then I skateboarded, of course, from 14 on, I think. But walking was awesome. In California, walking was awesome. And you would look at houses while you walked.
Huh.
And then every
Great.
once in a while, like when I dream, sometimes I dream of walking and looking at the houses.
Oh, that's nice.
Isn't it? It's also
Yeah,
scary.
that's nice.
It feels like there's like the rainstorms coming and I'm looking at the houses but this isn't where I'm from. This isn't where I grew up. That guy's not good. Oh no, it's a nightmare. Oh. Dendicor is also out of here. We're going to leave soon too because it's almost time to go.
Derek
got a cha-ching as
Primo,
well.
when is your birthday again? Us members will club together to get you some haters.
Nice. Yeah, it's in August. So
Mike
if you
is
all,
busy planning a meetup right now.
I could also, I should, what can I do to get some haters up in here?
Can you stop?
Mike's a professional. Mike, I need some haters. I need some controversy or something. I can't drum up. I can't talk enough smack to get anybody riled up. We haven't gotten a single negative comment in the history of our show in a year
No, we
and a half.
did.
At the very beginning, the guy said, "No tooth, neck, beard. I'm out of here." But that's it.
And then there was someone that was like, "Let your wife talk," or
No,
something.
good thing that we don't listen to that
They still may be watching us, but everyone knows now that he talks so much that, and we always talk over each other, so people are used to it.
person.
Really? So our Ryan,
Are you actually? Mike is planning a
yeah.
meetup.
Oh well, Paul was saying regarding the school lunches, I referred to the lame joke that I put in a chat and it was missed earlier. Oh,
we didn't see it. I don't think.
sorry, Paul.
Ryan Hall, y'all, the biggest weather channel on YouTube, started out as a. Are you serious? That's true.
Yeah, the guy. So that's funny. So vaping was a big thing. I'm just realizing you're only in top chat. You need to go to. So if we missed anyone's comments,
especially if I got to go up here and see if.
Because he always forgets to go into the.
You gotta check that little thing at the top that says live chat versus top chat. And I know Southern Vermont Vintage does not show up anywhere in YouTube if I do not switch that. On other people's chats too. I don't know what that means. I assume he blocked me or something, but why would I see him sometimes?
No, that is not how it works. If you're blocked, you're blocked. You want to be able to see them.
How would I know that works?
Blue
Do I
V2,
look like
hello.
Hold on, we'll find Blue. Where's Blue V2? Blue V2! Aloha!
The Blue
The Blue
V's.
V's.
Curious, which one of you two made the brilliant decision to have spam sitting in the backdrop listing while Primo controlled the mic? Hard to.
Her. She did not even want to be on the show. And is that what you're talking about? Like in the older shows, how she's sitting way in the back chair?
Oh.
She didn't want to be up here at all. So I convinced her to like not have a mic and just sit back there and list things on eBay while I was talking.
Yeah.
That's how it started.
Yeah.
And then slowly I forced her to come up here. And then still she's like, oh, you want to do it by yourself today? She'll say that sometimes.
Yeah.
But no, I can't imagine it. In fact, it's not even fun if it's just me. I don't think it's fun.
Yes, it is. You can carry the show, trust me.
I do like 6 hours of looking through CDs and stuff.
I'd like to get through the comments.
Nope. I have to go up to do that.
I know. No, you're going too far up. Stop. Oh.
Hold on.
Kimo, baby, stinking sucker. Yeah, that's right.
6x6, $13 over 4 days.
6x6.
Biff was saying I'm definitely in the B group lately.
We love you.
Gosh, and Biff usually
speak your
is
name.
like really usually does well. Jovial, OMG, that's it.
Hold on, I am still on 6x6 comment here. That's terrible.
That is. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Jovial, OMG.
It's all up from here. I'm just gonna say. Can't be bad.
That's crazy, Jovial. She was saying the only package she ever purchased insurance on, the package was lost in the mail.
But you got insurance on it. So that's good. Right? Am I reading that wrong? I only read like 4 or 5 of the 10 words. So I have to ask her.
Keep scrolling, please, and don't jump too far.
I'm gonna keep it on Biff. I'm keeping it on Biff.
Right.
Who's definitely in the B group lately. A/B testing, come over to eBay. Stop being a D platform.
Oh, that's right. That's what Biff was referring to. Okay, thank you. I reset 20% of my store this morning.
That's a lot of relisting.
Jovial, I tried to get a refund. Oh, they kept giving me excuses until it timed itself out.
What? Really? Huh. That's unfortunate. But it's definitely, the thing is the stick-to-itiveness. You do. You just have to keep, because they just come. How many times did you have to go back to them? Back and forth?
Only once. I do.
What?
Right. Yes. Jovial, you
did the original filing, and then you did what? And then they asked you for, they asked you for a whole bunch of questions.
But now, I need to talk to Jovial. No. So with the FedEx, we got insurance through FedEx on this package.
It wasn't a third party.
It was not a third party, no. But when I worked for this company that only deals in expensive items, they only used a third party because they did not want anyone along the way to know that something was insured.
But you're talking about $10,000, $20,000 items.
Yes, we're talking about really high priced items.
So for these lower things, like under $1,000, I am suspect of FedEx. I didn't think we were going to get paid. I didn't think so.
I didn't either. When he told me this morning, I was so excited that it actually worked.
And I want to say that I heard, it makes sense because I've done it. I guess I've done it before. I've applied somewhere along and got paid. Like a month ago, USPS, we had a problem with USPS and they paid us. But
only $100 because we didn't insure it for more.
But the point is that it took, you have to be on it. So they're going to ask you, you're going to send in your form and it should be super, super detailed. Then they're going to ask you super, super detailed question. Then you have to go back with a super, super detailed answer and they pay you money. That's at least our
When I did
experience.
it through FedEx, I just followed the make a claim and just did it that way. And then they came back.
Are you talking? There's a lot of cheersing happening here.
We have 6 minutes. Beer King. East Tennessee Reseller meetup September 26th to 28th, Greenville, Tennessee. We
don't have a passport, so we can't get below the Mason-Dixon line. But that's true. Yes. So the
totally spending sense.
Reseller Locker Room podcast. In December 26th to 28th in Greenville, Tennessee.
September. Spending sense says talk about politics. That will do it. LOL.
Please
don't do that. No.
Politics of dancing, however. Boom, 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 boom.
Kimo,
saying, wait, I want to come to the birthday party. My birthday is also in August.
Yeah, that's right.
Lag was saying,
And by the way, just to touch base on that, that means that your parents liked Christmas when you're born in August. Thank you. They really liked Christmas.
Lag was saying, I know some professional haters, but I would never do that to you guys. Thank you, Lag.
It's
You're
like-
her bestie.
I feel like Lag actually is a total troll and is like just so nice and normal with us.
What would we do without Lag? John was saying, is that you I've been blocking all this time, Lag?
Blue VT. I did it. I'm trying not to do it, but I did Blue VT. That's me.
I don't know why
apologize.
it just rolls off as Blue VT.
Primo, if you did put spam in the background again, you would definitely get some haters quickly. Let's do it. We're gonna put some black tape over her mouth and
Mike was saying, can't help you, Primo. I don't have any haters either. I feel so
me
deprived.
too, Mike. We're not making it. They say you only made it when you got haters. I'm taking applications. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, it's sort of like in the...
Hold on, if I play this enough, if I keep playing the blue button with the horn,
There
I
you
can
go.
get headers.
You get hit. In
I'll do 2 hours
in
of
the
just
celebrity
playing
world,
the
they say what
air horn.
bad press is just as good as good press as long as you're being talked about or something.
Yeah.
Ryan, my mother
live
was a
by
lunch
that.
lady at the end of the school year. The school, they'd throw away the food that they didn't use. She would bring home trash bags of square pizza. No. It's we'd eat during the summer. Oh, I
She
hated
doesn't
the
like that.
pizza.
She gets annoyed.
Flipping it. No, John, it's not lag. I've got people that watch the channel just to give me a thumbs down and sometimes say things that are just wrong. I mean, we think
It's
that
weird.
there's some stuff that
We
goes on
still
with us,
get-
but we're like, whatever.
We do get, I mean, I guess we have haters because we do get thumbs downs on our videos. And it's like a,
Thanks, Carla.
it's a very, I don't know. It almost seems weird. Like it's always 1 or 2%. Like there's always,
They
depends
report
on,
our channel as politics.
sometimes we get our channel reported.
It's
Don't
so
tell
fun.
them that because then they really will. We don't want haters to mess with us. We just want some
Be upfront about it.
smack in the comments so we can talk so we can talk about it.
He does. Like, I like you guys. I just know
Now just
some.
hire some haters. Maybe that's what we gotta do. Gotta hire some haters.
Carlos saying, I remember spam sending in the bag. This way is much better. You're sweet. Thank you.
I'm just kidding.
Becca, East Coast meetup birthday party. Let's go.
We're having a pizza party.
Mike G liked the square pizza from school. Mike Mecco is saying 2 meetups actually. Resellers locker room meetup in Tennessee in September, and then one of my own meetups in Vegas right after eBay Open in August.
Wow. Okay. Right. Yes, I didn't. I think I heard a little bit about the one in Vegas after eBay Open. So it's like an after? Is it an after party type thing, or like how does the eBay Open one work? I know the reseller locker room, they're doing their own and they explained it all. So I am curious to know how, like, what is your meetup? How does it fit in with eBay Open? Is that what I'm asking?
Derek was saying these 4 sales today are making up for my very, very slow week last week. Paul, I'm a Yorkshire man, like the Monty Python sketch, so I should probably say for lunch we used to suck on a pebble. Oh yes, I did see that up top. Yes.
Would you, or Paul, the other one that I think of as the opposite on that, of that scale is is it the life of Brian? Or was it the history of the world? I think it was the life of Brian with the guy in the restaurant. And he's like, mint.
See ya, that
And
did
you know what
it,
I'm talking
Galcly. More customers walking in. Aloha, you have a great week too. Thank you so
Right.
much for being here, and thank you.
Thank you so much for the gift. It's very kind and now one of my prized possessions. Thank you very much.
Becca was saying sales have
Good
been all right
afternoon.
this week. Oh, Derek had 5 sales. Typo. Yeah, he and I were agreeing that typos are a thing. eBay search is more messed up than usual. Ugh. Okay, I haven't really been noticing that. Paul, we need spam up front. She's too cute to hide in the back, and the only one who can keep himself on track.
She's got to be close by. Remember, there was one day you weren't here.
Wow.
There's one day she wasn't actually here.
Jovial tried 7 times in regards to her lost package, filled out 2 different forms only for them to tell me I didn't fill out the correct form.
So here's the other thing. When did you file the FedEx thing?
I filed it like the day after our customer told us it arrived damaged, or that day.
2 weeks, 3 weeks ago?
But then
How long ago?
the 9th, I don't know. They received it on the 9th or something.
Okay, so
I don't
you're
know.
looking at from the day that she filed it to the day that they sent us, which is this morning, saying that they're going to honor it and send us a check, was 20 days. So it's
Yeah.
going to take 3 weeks to process. So I would say don't even call at all. Do it all online through their provided
Well, I don't
avenue.
know what UPS. Hers was UPS.
Oh, was it? I'm sorry. I don't
Yeah.
realize that.
I don't know UPS.
But I bet you that it has something to do with answering them quickly and completely all through the system, through their automated system, because I'm sure all companies, not just eBay, want you to not call them.
Also with FedEx,
So they might
you have to
mess with you or
create
something.
an account, which he already had. And I don't know if that helped.
I already had an account at FedEx.
Yes, that's why it has
Oh
your
my
business
goodness.
name.
How did I have that when I've had like a shipping account there for 25
and,
years?
Also, like, yeah. Anyhow.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I don't need
We
to
got to go, baby.
Wait. My Mecco, we gotta try harder for
What was that
getting
for?
people to
Gotta
get
try
angry at you. My G, let's talk about how to do things as a
I'm gonna
reseller,
figure it out,
and you'll
Mike.
get haters. Mike, not a pair of eBay Open, not a part of the eBay Open, just informal hangout.
Right. Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
After the
sometimes
open, okay.
I role play.
Oh,
with
it's
the-
free. Everyone's invited. Oh my gosh, that's my price. I love that price. Mike.
Bearded Picker, hey! Woohoo,
Oh,
we
Beard
it!
made it right in time for us to wish you a fond adieu. Sometimes I role play as an adult. I do this as a grown up would do. Incredibly boring. Yeah, being an adult.
Paul will be your hater, okay? I'm really angry.
That Monty Python reference from Primo is about disgusting sketch where the guy exploded. I am furious and will complain to YouTube. Was that okay? Trying to be a hater. Good job. Thank you.
All right, Jovial needs help. Serious question. How do you go about marking an item already shipped on eBay?
It's super simple. Go to your
Never too old, hey!
go to your seller page, eBay selling. Go to your seller hub, go to orders, go to awaiting shipment, and you'll see the things you have to ship because you haven't shipped it yet, right? Because it's you want to add the shipping, right? Am I saying this right? And then you go to the drop down menu. I don't have anything to ship, so I can't see it. You go to the drop down menu. The top one, I believe, says marked as shipped. And then it will be shipped, but it won't have a tracking number, and you still have to put that in.
So again, you go to
your manage orders awaiting shipment, and it should be right there in your order because you haven't shipped it yet. And then you will go to the drop down menu right next to it. And the very first, I think it's the really top one that says mark as shipped, or somewhere in the 20 things that drop down, but mark as shipped. And then do remember to go put in that zip code, your tracking number, or in a week or so you'll be bummed out when your stuff doesn't.
So, Mike G, nothing is free, never too old. Aloha. Thank you for
Aloha.
finding us. Thank you to Bearded Picker for sending him our way. Thank you. And then Derek says, thanks, guys. Enjoyed it. You'll have a great rest of the week. 6x6. Keep 6x6. My store and my sanity in your thoughts.
We will.
Thanks. Paul Rose,
We speak
have a
your
great
name,
weekend
6x6.
all. Sevier Cha-ching. John, that's odd. My drop down says Mark as
Marcus Shower
Carla!
Shipper. I
Jovial,
shipped my
thanks,
pants.
Bunches. What if the item has already been delivered? Can I still use that tracking? Oh, yeah, you need to upload the tracking number. Yes.
Hold on, we gotta stop this. That's complicated.
You need to
How did it
re-upload
get
the
shipped?
tracking number.
How did it get shipped without just add the tracking number to it? I'm not sure you have to. That's a confusing thing that I haven't. I can't remember.
I
coming
see it all
across
the
that.
time
You
on
do?
the groups, and
How did
people
they
are
get
like,
it if it hasn't been shipped?
re-enter the tracking number.
Yeah, you
know-
gotta make sure you put the tracking number in, because they're already going to tell you didn't ship it on
Like,
time.
wait.
Probably if you didn't mark it as shipped, it's going to come up in your list. Your overview where it says that you
Still
shipped something
waiting
late.
shipping.
Yeah.
Um,
So if you can't mark if it's already arrived, I don't think you can mark it as shipped, but maybe you can. So still go through your paid items. Hold on. Let me see. Paid and shipped. I can look at this right now and see.
she sent the wrong item by mistake, and a buyer wanted to buy the item.
Okay, that's pretty cool. That's awesome.
I have a question. Keep on going, lag.
No, he's trying to lag. He's trying to lag us out.
Oh, thanks, Mike.
Oh, nice. Thank you so much. We were ending the show, but now we've been drawn back in with an important question, and we never, ever let anybody down without having the proper information, or at least sending them over to John.
Thanks for being here,
At
Mike.
Flippin' Ain't Easy.
Welcome.
Yeah, I do not. It says get another shipping label where it should say mark as shipped. So, but can you change or update
My
tracking
question is,
on this?
Hurry up, lag. There's a delay.
What?
There's a delay
Send
here.
refund. Report buyer. Message buyer. Send shipping. Relist. Add note. View payment details. Cancel order. Mark
What's
not
your-
shipped. You can mark it not shipped in here.
No, she
So-
wants to mark.
Oh, shh.
Okay.
Keep it. Ship. Zip it. Where's my zip it?
What's your favorite color? Green.
Just
Zip it. But the-
That wasn't zip it.
All
This
right,
is-
zip it. You can't even zip it.
So why would you mark it not
Look,
shipped?
ladies and gentlemen, the
Don't worry about that. So I'm talking to Jovial here. So Jovial, you can go in the manage paid and shipped orders, go down to the item, drop down menu, mark as not shipped. It's gonna pop back up into your items that need to be shipped, and then it will be in the right place for you to do whatever. So that looks like that'll work. I've never done that before though, so if it messes up, it's not my fault. Again, let's go back to the leaving noise. Thank you.
Remember,
But that should work.
he's 100% right 70% of the time.
Thank you. No, I'm 70%
He's
right
100%.
100% of the time.
He's 100% right
No.
70% of the time.
I'm never 100% right.
Only 70% of the time. That's funny. You guys, this is
Goodbye,
us
Jovial.
all
Bye,
day long.
Lag. Goodbye, Paul. Jovial, if it all goes up, just put on the pasties, get in the pool, and pour a tall one. See you next week. Check out
Thank
Beer
you,
Tonight and Flip It Ain't Easy.
Thank you, everyone. You mean so much to us. Thank you to the new people
Hasta
here,
la vista,
commenters, members,
baby.
everyone. We appreciate you so much.
Get back to work, you slacker.
Love you guys. Have
Get
a great
into
day.
the chopper.
Chopper's in the shop.